Profiteers, hope all is well. Gotta rock the Liverpool. You will never walk alone. We definitely won't walk alone after seeing Manchester United stock tank today. Man, did it go down. It went down by 10% today. Made you think, why did it go down by 10%? Well, it's some very unhappy fans. And when your fans aren't happy, your stock goes down. They have ownership issues, which leads to the bigger question when it comes to investing. You want to be a owner. But when you are owner, if you make bad decisions, it can affect your stock. Now, Manchester United, some people think is the most recognizable soccer club in the world. And I know I'm biased. Liverpool fan, of course, they are our arch rivals, right? Just like I'm a Ohio State fan. We hate Michigan. It's our arch rivals. And Manchester United is our arch rivals. I can say they have not won a lot of trophies this year's past. So even though they're more profitable and more famous, does that mean anything? No. And that is the reason why their stock is not the best in the world right now. If you're worth $3 billion and you have sponsorships with Chevrolet, Adidas, and everybody else, you would think you would do good. But not so fast, my friend. So let's look about Manchester United and see why the stock has been so bad. Well, first off, as we can see, for the year, not so good. Down by 13%. How you down by 13% when the market's up? Who does that? Manchester United. Let's look some more though. Today, they were down by over 10%. And again, the biggest reason why, let's read the article. So let's read below from Yahoo Finance. Manchester United shares drop as Glazer family weighs keeping control. Bad business, right? The shares fell 11% Monday, bringing shares to the lowest level since November, after ESPN reported that Arvin and Joe Glazer, yes, the Glazers, they own some. Yes, the Glazers, they own the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. So you would think they know what they're doing from a sports standpoint. American football, European football, two different things. You seem to smile here. Anytime Manchester United goes down, I'm happy. Happy. But let's continue. Current executive, co-chairman, and directors of Manchester United are increasingly confident of securing outside investments that would allow them to remain owners of the club, according to a source familiar with the situation. The slump comes amid a volatile 5 months for the club after the Glazers, who have owned the football club since 2005, started exploring strategic alternatives, including a possible sale in November. Now think about this. The great thing about ownership is that we do have control. We have say-so. We get to make the decision as an owner what to do. Like a stock, if I own Apple, if I own Microsoft, if I own Tesla, I have the ability to either keep the stock or sell the stock or buy more of the stock. But if I sell the stock and it goes up, I'm not too happy. If I sell the stock and it goes down, I can buy it at another price. As an owner of a company, really can't do that. You're kind of stuck because if you sell it, ain't no coming back. Now, typically you can negotiate where you're on the board, you get to make some decisions, but typically the new ownership, they want to say, the say so. I do X, I do Y, I do Z. From a sports standpoint, I want to bring in more players. I want to trim the fat. I want to be more lean. They get to make the decision. And the Glazers just has not been doing a good job. I mean, we saw what happened last year with my Reds, right? Didn't quite win the treble, but we was very close to domestics. And then, of course, we lost the last cup. We saw what happened last year, right? I mean, my team, the Reds, almost won the treble, right? Had 2 domestic cups and the Champions League. So close. And then, of course, the Premier League, so close again. But they have rivals that have been rocking and rolling, growing, winning trophies. And the fans just are not excited. So if the fans are not excited, they boycott. If they boycott, what happens to ticket sales? They go down. If we have less views from a social media standpoint, then advertisers might not spend as much money. Or they may say, we're going to spend money, but we want to stretch over a long period of time. So instead of a 2 or 3 year deal for, let's say, $5 million, we'll give you a 5-year deal for $5 million. Now, $5 million might be like a 15-second ad. Or if you watch the soccer games, you know, that electronic board that flips up, right? That might be worth $5 million because in the world of sports, sports is cash king. So cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money, dollar bills, y'all. And when it comes to sports, it's all about the dollar. You guys remember how much it costs for one 30-second ad in the Super Bowl? Let's look below. Front Office Sports reported that in 2023, Fox had set the cost of a 30-second Super Bowl ad to $7 million. The price of the commercials marked the most expensive Super Bowl ad of all times. The last time Fox hosted a Super Bowl, which happened back in 2020, the cost was $5.6 million. So $5.6 million to $7 million in 13 years, that's an increase, right? That's almost 15%. Man, that's a lot. So if I have fans that are unhappy, if I have people not participating, if I have people not engaging, not liking, then of course, investors get scared. Investors get scared. What do? They sell their stock. And what happened to Manchester United today? Their stock went down and down and down. And also, if they don't make it to the European Championship, their stock is going to go down more. You know how much money you receive by going to the Champions League? Just guess. Let's look here. They get to the bag. 1 to 32 teams with bonus points given for hoisting European trophies. Then the money is paid out in shares according to a team's rank. The lowest team ranked earns €1.137 million. It's about $1.4 million. And the highest team gets €36.38, which is about 41 million. So that is big business, right? That could be the difference between having a free agent or what they call a transfer that's going to make a lot of money, that's going to help your team win, score goals, great defense, or that might have you miss out on that key transfer or free agent. And the more people we miss out on, the more we do not win games. And if we don't win games, then our stock goes down. And again, as happy as I am, the stock is going down. Let's think about this though. As a new investor, will we want to invest in something like Manchester United, a team? As investors in totality, are we diversified? Because sports is always going to be around. We know some sectors of the economy do good during a possible recession. We know some sectors of the economy do bad during a recession. You guys remember in 2020, when everything shut down, we were watching people play video games. Now, esports is taking off, but literally we saw celebrities of different teams play celebrities of other teams as themselves, right? NBA 2K had a tournament. We had FIFA Soccer 2021, where individuals who played for Liverpool was playing against people who played for Manchester United. You had people who played for Arsenal playing people who played at Tottenham, just to kind of get that rivalry going, but at the same time have eyeballs, because us as Americans and as people on the globe, we love sports. So if you're not investing in companies that are tied to sports, you might think twice about your portfolio. We know right now legalized gambling, companies like DraftKings might be down right now, but over time might be investment. Let's look at DraftKings actually. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. DraftKings stock up by 76% this year. Man, that's crazy. So it was as low as $11 a share on January 3rd, and now is at almost $20 a share. Why? Legalized gambling. Most people believe by the year 2026, all 50 states will have some form of legalized gambling. When that does, sites like these are going to continue to grow. Also, sports teams, values probably going to go up. You're going to have more people wanting to watch the games, not because they're fans like myself, but because they want to see if their wager hit or did not hit. So more people are now watching the games. More people are now posting. More people are posting, then more advertisers are going to pay more money. And as we have more eyeballs and more things glued to sports and entertainment, it's going to go up. So even though not a Manchester United fan, very happy that their stock is down by 10%, it might be a good investment buy. Maybe. The team, not so much, because again, you'll never walk alone. However, when you look at investment opportunities, with DraftKings and other sports gambling sites going up and more gambling that we're doing that's legal, B is going to make sure that professional teams have more eyeballs. Also, from a TV contract standpoint, when there's negotiations around, right now as we speak, ESPN is getting closer and closer to maybe sealing a deal when it comes to Premier League. Right now it's on USA Today and NBC. Who's to say that won't change? And if ESPN, the mothership of sports, we all love ESPN. ESPN is what we think about. You close your eyes and think about sports, you think of ESPN. More than NBC, more than Peacock. And now with ESPN and also the ESPN app, they are negotiating high dollars to get the rights to the Premier League. The English Premier League, where Manchester United and Liverpool reside in, it is the most watched league in the world. Most watched more than NFL, NBA. Now, of course, here in America, not so much. But from a world standpoint, and as more individuals come here from the world, and as we travel and become a global economy, the world is bigger than the USA. So that's something to think about. And with a larger TV contract, more eyes on Manchester City, the stock is going to go up. So with that being said, profiteers, you will never walk alone. And yes, let's look one more time. Love it. We love it. One more time. Manchester United shares drop as Glazer family weighs control. It is down by 11%. We happy about that. But it might be a good investment opportunity. The thought process is we sell high and buy low. That being said, profiteers, comment below. We in Manchester United or we walking along with Liverpool? I'm walking along. Heck, Manchester United ain't even good compared to their neighbors, Manchester City. They're the ones I'm worried about, not Manchester United. Anyways, comment below. We in or not so much? Let's make some paper profits together, y'all. You will never walk alone. Peace.